Chapter 6: Creating Web Pages Using HTML5 and CSS. The Internet is a vast network of interconnected computers that share information and resources. It comprises servers, which store files, and websites and clients, which send requests to servers for information. Web pages, created using HTML, contain text, graphics, videos, audio, and hyperlinks, and can be accessed globally through an internet connection. This chapter introduces the fundamentals of HTML, the primary language used for designing web content. HTML. HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. It is a complete code package that allows you to create web pages that contain both text and graphics. It is a simple markup language that describes the structure and behavior of the web document. All the web browsers are designed to understand and interpret this language. Let us now break up the acronym HTML to see what it means. Hypertext. Hypertext is a piece of ordinary text that has been spruced up with a special feature of linking to other documents or web pages. So, when you click on the hypertext, it opens a new web page. Markup language. It is a language that uses special symbols called tags to mark up a text document that instructs the browser how to display the text. Markup languages are solely concerned with classifying the parts of a document according to their functions, like indicating which part is the title of the document, which part is heading or subheading, and so on. In 1989, Tim Berners-Lee and his team redesigned Standard General Markup Language (SGML). The standard version of HTML came into existence in 1995. The two major organizations that were involved in developing HTML5 were World Wide Web Consortium (W3C) and Web Hypertext Application Technology Working Group (WHATWOG). It came into existence around 2008. HTML5. HTML5 offers a more stable and feature-rich platform for developing web applications. It has helped in the expansion of cutting-edge web development techniques like responsive design and progressive web apps. Some of the important features of HTML5 are discussed here. Adding audio and video clips in the web page is as easy as including images, which was not possible in the earlier versions without the support of the external software or plugins like Flash Player. With the Canvas feature, you can also draw images directly on the web page. It is compatible across all the major web browsers. It works best for the users with slow internet connection. It provides a mobile-friendly way to develop interactive fun games. Working in HTML5. You require two basic tools to work with HTML5. HTML editor for creating and saving the documents. Web browser for viewing the documents. HTML editors. There are mainly two types of HTML editors. WYSIWYG editor. WYSIWYG stands for What You See is What You Get. These editors provide various tools and graphical interfaces where the web pages are designed. While using a WYSIWYG editor, you do not require the knowledge of the HTML commands, as the elements, images, tables, lists, etc. can be placed on the interface and the required HTML code will be added automatically. For example, Frola, Google Web Designer, etc. Text editor. You can also create HTML documents using text editors like Notepad or WordPad. Unlike WYSIWYG editors, here, the developer is required to have proper knowledge of HTML tags to develop the web pages. Atom, Notepad, Notepad++, and Sublime Text are some of the popular text editors used these days. Web browsers. Web browsers are used to view HTML documents. Some commonly used web browsers are Google Chrome, Apple Safari, Microsoft Edge, Mozilla, Firefox, Opera. Tags, elements and attributes. Every HTML document is made up of elements, tags and attributes. Let us discuss all of these one by one. Tags. Tags are the building blocks of a web page. They have elements that define how the information on a web page is formatted or displayed. You can also include non-text items such as images, links, lists, etc. on the web page using the tags. Tags do not appear in the browser window, but they affect the display of the text and non-text items in it. Using tags. Each tag in HTML follows specific rules and syntax. These tags are not case sensitive. For example, tag name and tag name will have the same effect. The HTML tags or commands are inserted before and after the text or non-text item. Each tag, giving a specific instruction, begins with a less than sign and ends with a greater than sign. For example, the tag for defining a paragraph is P. You can type P before the block of the text that you want to designate as a paragraph. This is the starting tag or on tag. At the end of the text block, type P. This is the closing tag or the off tag. So, to define a paragraph, type the following in the text editor. Types of tags. Tags are classified into two types. A. Container tags. Container tags require a starting and an ending tag. For example, HTML, HTML and body. Body are examples of container tags. B. Empty tags. Empty tags require just a starting tag but not an ending tag. For example, BR and HR tags are examples of empty tags. Elements. An HTML element consists of a starting tag, some content, and a closing tag. The illustration of an HTML element is shown in the picture given below. Attribute. An attribute is the property that provides additional information about an HTML element. It enhances the functionality of a tag. An attribute is always specified inside the opening tag. All attributes consist of two parts, name and value. That name is the property that you want to set and the value is what you want for the respective property. The attribute value is always enclosed within the quotes. You can use more than one attribute inside a tag. For example, body BG color is equal to green. This sets the background color to green for the web page. Rules for writing HTML code. While writing an HTML document, you need to follow certain rules. Some of the basic rules are discussed ahead. Tags and attribute names are not case sensitive, so head and head have the same meaning. Container tags should always be closed because an unclosed tag can lead to undesired results. Values given to the attributes should be enclosed within quotes, especially if the value has any blank space. Attribute values can be case sensitive. When the tags are embedded, i.e., when you start a tag within another tag, you need to close the inner tag first before closing the outer tag. Tag names should not contain spaces. For example, writing body as body is incorrect. There should be no space between and inner tag. Structure of an HTML document. The following figure shows the basic structure of an HTML document. The doctype declaration is included at the beginning of the HTML document. It is not an HTML tag. Rather, it is an instruction to the web browser to indicate what version of HTML is used in the document. For HTML5, this declaration is a must. Basic HTML tags. Let us first learn the meaning of these tags used in an HTML document. Tag. Usage. HTML. This tag tells the browser about the beginning of an HTML document. It is a container tag. Head. This tag marks the beginning of the header section. It is a container tag. Title. This tag tells the browser what to display as the title of the web page. It is a container tag. Content entered between this tag is visible on the title bar of the browser window. Body. All other tags and the text to be displayed on the web page appear under the body tag. Everything between body. Body tags signifies the body of the web page. It is a container tag. Creating an HTML document. To create an HTML document, follow the given steps. 1. Click on the search bar and type Notepad++. The icon of the Notepad++ application appears in the search results. Click on it to open the application. 2. Type the HTML code as shown in figure. 3. Click on the Save button. The Save As dialog box will appear. Select the target folder to save the file and mention the file name with an extension .html. 4. Click on the Save button. Viewing an HTML document. Here, Google Chrome is being used to view an HTML document. To open an HTML file in Google Chrome web browser, follow the given steps. 1. Open File Explorer and locate the HTML file that you have just saved. 2. Double-click on the file and it will open in the default web browser. In this case, the file will open in Google Chrome as shown in figure. Other HTML tags. There are many tags that can be used to style the HTML pages. Let us learn more about some of these tags. Heading tags. Every web page must have a heading. The heading tag is used to create headings and subheadings, which provide structure and hierarchy to the content of a web page. It is a container tag. There are 6 levels of headings based on their font sizes. They are as follows. Line break tag. The line break tag, usually represented by BR, is used to create a new line or a line break within a block of text. It is an empty tag, which means it does not have a closing. Tag. It is generally used to type the lines of address or while writing a poem. Type the text as shown in the figure and save the file. You can see the output on the browser. Horizontal rule tag. The HR tag is used to draw a horizontal line across the page. It is an empty tag, which requires no closing tags. Attributes of HR tag. The HR tag has 5 attributes. Width, to specify the percentage of window covered by the rule. Size, to specify the thickness of the horizontal rule, given in pixels, default is 3. Color, specifies the color of the horizontal rule. No shade, displays the solid black line that has no shading. Align, to set the alignment of the rule. Left, center, right. Paragraph tag. To display a long piece of text on a web browser, the paragraph tag P is used. This is a container tag, which means it has an end tag. When you use P tag, it leaves one line before the start of the paragraph. By default, the P tag aligns the text to the left. Bold tag. The bold tag or B tag is used when you need to emphasize the text. Type B before typing the text that you want to make it bold and close it with the B tag as it is a container tag. Syntax. B Deep Learning P is the subfield of Artificial Intelligence. Output. Deep Learning is the subfield of Artificial Intelligence. Italics tag. To draw the attention of a reader towards any important information, the italics tag is used. This element marks up the text in italic style. It is a container tag, which means it requires a closing tag. Underline tag. The U tag is used to underline any text on a web page. It is a container tag that requires a closing tag. Syntax. U education. U is a powerful tool for the development of a nation. Output. Education is a powerful tool for the development of a nation. Image tag. Images can enhance the design and appearance of a web page. The im tag is used to embed an image to your web page. It is an empty tag, which means it does not have a closing tag. Attributes of img tag. Different attributes of img tag are as follows. src, it specifies the path of the image. Alt, it specifies alternate text for the image. If a browser cannot find the image, the text given in the alt attribute will be shown. Height, this attribute is used to set the height of the image. Width, this attribute is used to set the width of the image. img src is equal to URL, alt is equal to alternative text, height is equal to 300, width is equal to 400. The following table summarizes the tags that you have studied till now. Tag. Description. Heading tags. Heading tags in HTML are used to create headings and subheadings, which provide structure and hierarchy to the content of a web page. Syntax. HN, where n 1 to 6. Line break tag. This tag is used to create a new line or a line break within a block of text. Syntax. BR. Horizontal rule tag. This tag is used to draw a horizontal line across the page. Syntax. HR. Paragraph tag. This tag is used to display a long piece of text on a web browser. Syntax. P. Bold tag. This tag is used when you need to emphasize on the text. Syntax. B. Italics tag. This tag is used to draw the attention of a reader towards any important information. Syntax. I. Underline tag. This tag is used to underline any text in a web page. Syntax. U. Image tag. This tag is used to embed an image to your web page. Syntax. IMG. Cascading Style Sheets, CSS. CSS is a style sheet that provides a set of style rules for defining the layout of the HTML documents. Using CSS, you can control the color of the text, style of fonts, spacing between paragraphs, size and layout of columns, background images, as well as a variety of other effects. Style sheets are designed to separate the presentation style of documents from the content of documents. This makes site maintenance much easier and provides more flexibility. CSS terminology. While using CSS tags in an HTML document, you have to follow a defined structure for it. The basic structure of a CSS tag is as shown here. Let us discuss each part of the structure in detail. Property. It defines how different elements look on the web page. Font family, color, background, border, etc. all are examples of properties. Value. This is the value or option chosen for a property. For example, value for the font family property can be font names like Monotype Cursiva, Times New Roman, Arial, etc. Declaration. A property and its value are collectively known as declaration. For example, color, green. Selector. It is the name of the HTML element to which you want to apply the declaration. For example, if you want to change the behavior of the HR element, let us say its width should be 50%, then you would use HR as your selector. Rule. Selector and declaration together form a rule. Using cascading style sheets. You can include the style sheet rules with an HTML document in the following ways. Inline. The attribute style. One way to apply CSS to HTML elements is by using the style attribute. The style attribute can be used with any element in the body section, including the body tag itself. You can use any number of declarations. Each one is separated by a semicolon. For example, HR style is equal to width 50%, height 100. Background color, blue. This is not an efficient use of style sheet as the declaration is to be repeated with every element, even if the same style is applied on some other element in a document. Internal or embedded style sheet. This style has wider scope than the inline method. With the inline method, the effects applied are limited to the element with which the style declaration has been specified, whereas in embedded style, the effects get applied to all the elements of the type with which the style declaration has been specified. To create an embedded style sheet, you can use the style tag in the head section. External style sheet. In this method, you define the style rules separately in a file and then use it with any HTML document. An external style sheet is simply a text file with an extension .css. Like any other file, you can place the style sheet with its name, like style.css, on your web server or hard disk. This method incorporates two files. One file contains the style code only and the other file contains the HTML code. Let us use the style sheets to set the various properties of body background. You will use the embedded style sheets in this chapter. Background properties. HTML allows you to set the background style of an element with the help of the following properties: color, position, image, attachment, repeat. Background color. This property is used to set the background color of the HTML element. Syntax. Background color, value, where value is equal to color RGB color code. Background image. With this property, you can add an image in the background of an HTML document. Syntax. Background image, value, where value is equal to URL, path of the image. Background position. This property helps you in placing the picture or image at a desired place on the HTML document. By default, an image is placed at the top left corner of the element. Syntax. Background position, value, where value is equal to xpos ipuzzle x%y%l topple center 1 bottom, left central right. Xpos ipos, it specifies the horizontal and vertical position, respectively, in units of length. x%y%, it refers to the horizontal and vertical position in percentage. Topple center bottom, vertical bar, left central right. These keywords also specify the vertical and horizontal position values, respectively. Values are to be chosen in conjunction from both the sets specified above. Background repeat. With the help of this property, you can set the repetition pattern for the background image. By default, a background image is repeated in both horizontal and vertical directions. Look at the example given above. Syntax. Background repeat, value, where value is equal to no repeat I repeat XL repeat while repeat. No repeat, image will not be repeated. Repeat X, image will be repeated horizontally. Repeat Y, image will be repeated vertically. Repeat, default value, image will be repeated in both the directions. Background attachment. This property helps in either fixing the image in the background or make it scroll when the user scrolls the rest of the page. Syntax. Background attachment, value, where value is equal to fixed I scroll. Now, let us see the usage of all these properties through an example. Let us create a web page using the background properties. Text properties. CSS text properties are used to control the appearance and layout of text in web pages. They allow you to define various aspects of text, such as font family, font size, text color, text alignment, text decoration, and text transformation. Some of the most commonly used CSS text properties are font family. This property is used to specify the font family or typeface to be used for the text. You can specify a single font family or a list of font families in order of priority. For example, font family, Arial, sans serif. Font size, this property is used to set the size of the font. You can specify the font size in pixels or percentages. For example, font size 16px. Text align. This property is used to set the horizontal alignment of the text within its container. You can align the text to the left, right, center, or justify. For example, text align, left, center, right, justify. Text decoration. This property is used to add a visual decoration to the text, such as an underline or strike through. You can also use it to remove decorations from text. For example, text decoration, underline. Text transform. This property is used to transform the case of the text, such as converting it to uppercase or lowercase. You can also use it to capitalize the first letter of each word or to toggle the case of the text. For example, text transform, uppercase. Let us now see the usage of all these properties through an example. Let us create a web page using the text properties.